Muscle cars. The name alone evokes power, speed, and rebellion. But what exactly is a muscle car? In simple terms, a muscle car is a performance, mid-sized American car with a large engine, usually a V8, designed to deliver explosive acceleration and raw power on the street or track. These cars are not about finesse or efficiency. They are about adrenaline, sound, and dominance. Muscle cars emerged in the United States in the late 1950s and reached their golden era in the 1960s and early 1970s. They were born from a culture obsessed with speed, racing, and the thrill of the open road. After World War II, American automakers focused on family cars and reliable transportation. But young drivers wanted something more, a car that could roar off the line, turn heads, and deliver a visceral driving experience. The muscle car perfectly filled that desire. Typically, muscle cars were built on mid-sized bodies, making them lighter than full-size cars, but larger than sports cars. Automakers often took a standard sedan or coupe and installed a high-displacement V8 engine, sometimes over 400 cubic inches, into the chassis. This simple formula, light body, massive engine, created a car capable of astonishing straight-line speed and incredible drag strip performance. The result was a car that could go from 0 to 60 in seconds, while producing thunderous exhaust notes that announced its presence long before it arrived. But muscle cars weren't just about speed, they were about style and attitude. Aggressive hood scoops, wide rear tires, bold stripes, and aerodynamic silhouettes were standard. The long hoods, short rear decks, and low-slung stances gave them a predator-like appearance, as if the car itself was ready to pounce at any moment. Interiors were usually sporty but functional, focusing on performance gauges, bucket seats, and sometimes tachometers designed for drag racing. Muscle cars were designed to look fast, even while standing still. The types of muscle cars also varied depending on the manufacturer and era. Early muscle cars, such as the 1955 Chrysler 300, were more luxury-oriented but featured powerful engines. By the 1960s, true muscle cars, like the Pontiac GTO, Chevrolet Chevelle, SS, Ford Mustang, and Dodge Charger became icons, emphasizing raw performance and street credibility over comfort or refinement. Automakers often offered multiple engine options, performance packages, and design variations to cater to enthusiasts. Muscle cars were also a reflection of the cultural moment. They represented youthful freedom, rebellion, and individuality. They were the vehicles that teenagers and young adults dreamed of. A car that wasn't just transportation, but a statement. Muscle cars dominated drag strips, small-town streets, and Hollywood films, leaving an indelible mark on American culture. Now that we know what a muscle car is, let's dive into what makes these machines stand out: their features, design, and unmistakable presence. Muscle cars are more than just engines. They are engineering marvels, combined with bold aesthetics that scream performance. Every curve, every hood scoop, and every exhaust note is designed to convey raw power. Let's start under the hood, the heart of any muscle car. Muscle cars are renowned for their large displacement V8 engines. These engines ranged from around 300 cubic inches in early models to over 400 or 500 cubic inches. In the golden era of the 1960s and 70s, they are designed for maximum horsepower and torque, providing lightning-fast acceleration. Many muscle cars were available with multiple engine options, ranging from a base small-block V8 to high-performance big-block variants. The bigger the engine, the louder the roar and the faster the quarter-mile. Performance wasn't just about straight-line speed. Transmission options played a critical role. Muscle cars offered manual transmissions for the purists who wanted complete control, and automatic transmissions for those who preferred the comfort of shifting with a lever while still experiencing rapid acceleration. Some models even featured performance-oriented 4-speed manuals or close-ratio gearboxes, allowing drivers to make the most of the engine's power. Suspension and handling were also tailored for performance. Muscle cars were designed with a slightly stiffer suspension than typical sedans, often featuring heavy-duty springs, shock absorbers, and reinforced frames. Wider rear tires were common, providing better traction to handle the immense power, especially during drag racing. This contributed to the signature stance of a muscle car: low, aggressive, and ready to launch at a moment's notice. Now, the exterior, where design meets attitude. Muscle cars are instantly recognizable thanks to their long hoods, short rear decks, and sweeping rooflines. Bold stripes, scoops, and badges were more than decoration. They signaled performance. Hood scoops allowed additional airflow to the engine, while air dams and spoilers improved aerodynamics. Chrome accents, aggressive grills, and dual or quad exhausts created a visual and auditory identity that no car from another class could match. Inside, muscle cars balanced performance with driver experience. Bucket seats, floor-mounted shifters, and simple yet functional dashboards were standard. Some high-end models featured tachometers, auxiliary gauges, and upgraded materials like leather and wood grain trim. The interiors were designed to make the driver feel in command while maintaining a sporty, aggressive vibe. Features also extended to optional performance packages. Automakers offered upgrades like heavy-duty brakes, limited slip differentials, dual exhaust systems, upgraded carburetors, and more. First, let's talk about the classic American muscle car, which is what most people picture when they hear the term. These are mid-sized cars, produced from the early 1960s to the early 1970s, equipped with large V8 engines and designed for straight-line speed. Examples include the 1964 Pontiac GTO, often credited as the first true muscle car, the 1967 Chevrolet Camaro, and the Dodge Charger RT. These cars became cultural icons, embodying youthful rebellion, street racing, and raw horsepower. Next, we have the pony car, a subtype of muscle car that emphasized style as much as performance. Pony cars are smaller than traditional muscle cars, but still pack a punch under the hood. The Ford Mustang, introduced in 1964, started a craze with its sporty design, affordable price, and powerful engine options. Other notable pony cars include the AMC Javelin, Chevrolet Nova SS, and the Mercury Cougar. Pony cars appealed to younger drivers looking for performance with a sleek, attractive design. Then, there are high-performance street machines, which often featured factory-installed performance packages. These cars were built to dominate both the street and the drag strip. Models like the Chevrolet Chevelle SS 396, Plymouth Roadrunner, and Dodge Super Bee offered optional big block engines, upgraded suspension, heavy-duty brakes, and special badging. These cars bridged the gap between street usability and track performance, giving enthusiasts the best of both worlds. Another category worth mentioning is the luxury muscle car, which combined brute power with premium features. Cars like the Buick GSX or Oldsmobile 442 offered all the horsepower of traditional muscle cars, but included more refined interiors, upgraded comfort features, and elegant styling. These vehicles proved that muscle cars could be both fast and sophisticated. Finally, let's not forget the limited edition or high-performance variants. Many manufacturers released special versions of their standard models with more powerful engines, aerodynamic enhancements, and performance tuning. Examples include the Shelby GT350 Mustang, the Hurst Olds 442, and the Pontiac GTO Judge. These cars were often produced in small numbers, making them highly collectible and legendary among enthusiasts. Across all these types, the common thread is undeniable: raw power, aggressive styling, and an unrelenting focus on performance. Muscle cars weren't just machines. They were statements, expressions of speed, identity, and the American love for the thrill of the road. Finally, we reach the part every muscle car enthusiast has been waiting for. The legends themselves, the cars that defined an era and continue to captivate enthusiasts decades later. These are the vehicles that made muscle cars more than machines. They made them cultural icons. Let's start with the 1964 Pontiac GTO, often credited as the first true muscle car. With a lightweight body and a powerful V8, it could dominate the drag strip while remaining street-friendly. Its aggressive styling, optional hood scoops, and performance packages set the template for muscle cars to come. The GTO wasn't just a car, it was a statement of speed, style, and rebellion. Next is the Ford Mustang, introduced in 1964 as a pony car, but quickly evolving into a performance legend. The Mustang offered a perfect blend of style, affordability, and engine options, making it accessible to young drivers eager for speed. The Shelby GT350 variant took performance to another level, transforming the Mustang into a track-capable powerhouse that also looked incredible, cruising down the boulevard. The Chevrolet Camaro also made its mark in the late 1960s, designed to compete with the Mustang. It offered multiple engine choices, sporty styling, and aggressive lines. The Camaro SS and Z28 variants became drag strip champions and street icons, while special editions, like the Yenko Camaro, pushed horsepower to extremes rarely seen at the time. Dodge contributed its own legends. The Charger and Challenger became synonymous with raw muscle and aggression. The Charger's wide stance, fastback design, and V8 power made it a favorite in drag racing and Hollywood chase scenes, while the Challenger offered a slightly smaller, more agile platform with similarly devastating power. Variants like the Charger, RT, Hemi, Cuda, and Challenger TA remain collector favorites today. Plymouth, too, left its mark with the Roadrunner and Superbird, combining lightweight bodies with high-output engines for unmatched acceleration. The Roadrunner even came with a beep-beep horn, a cheeky reminder that muscle cars weren't just about brute force, they had personality. These cars dominated the drag strips and the imagination of car enthusiasts everywhere. The legacy of muscle cars goes beyond their raw performance. They represent a golden era of American automotive culture where design, power, and attitude came together. Their roar on the street or track created a visceral connection with drivers, inspiring generations to chase speed, style, and freedom. They shaped car shows, collector markets, movies, and even music, becoming symbols of rebellion and individuality. Today, classic muscle cars are highly prized collectibles. Restored GTOs, Mustangs, Camaros, and Chargers command astronomical prices at auctions. And modern reinterpretations, like the Dodge Challenger, SRT-H Hellcat, or Ford Mustang GT, carry the muscle car spirit into the 21st century.